is 2 strikes plus the 1 strike from last week.
Indeed, a sad day for fans of beauty.
Meaning you have a total of 3 strikes.
Yes.
Talk about beauty with a bad character.
Yes, Biggie.
You are hereby immediately disqualified.
I honestly won't say I didn't see this coming. I mean, I always knew she was such a material for disqualification. Her emotions were untamed. I mean, the ladies in the other house knew her triggers and they used it against her. In all you do in life, ensure you conquer your triggers so they don't control you. You just have to know, because in life it's nobody's job to maneuver your personal triggers and sensitivity levels. People do not care. They will even ensure they push your buttons. If you can remember, on Saturday, that's early Sunday morning after the party on Saturday night, the ladies sat, CHOMZY and Chichi were talking about how they were going to even do worse things to Groovy next Saturday. According to them, they wanted to make sure they put Beauty in a position where she will be so upset. I mean, you can imagine, she gave this lady so much power over her. It's not enough to be beautiful. You also need to have your brains intact. You also need to know how to conquer your triggers. Like, do not let your triggers control you.
You must leave the Big Brother house immediately.
Yes, Big Brother.
So that was exactly how Beauty's disqualification was announced to her. She stepped out when Big Brother announced her disqualification, and then Big Brother asked her, I think because she was dressed in her pajamas, she wanted to go change, and Big Brother asked her to return to the lounge. He immediately asked her to leave the house, so she left the house in her pajamas.
Do so now.
Okay, Biggie.
Sunday, the 7th of August 2022 was really a sad day for me. I mean, Beauty, the 43rd Miss Nigeria, who would have thought that she would lose her mind over a 26-year-old she met just 2 weeks ago.
Please talk about my stuff, guys. Bye. It was nice meeting you. I'll see you.
It looked like she was in high spirit, but she's human. I'm pretty sure she'll get to her hotel room and then have a reflection and ask herself if it was truly worth
the outside world. And I'll be waiting for you.
It is what it is. Life has to go on. The show must go on.
All the best, Billy.
Oh well, that's the end of an era. And you would think her family will have like a sober reflection, for where her brother actually posted this clip on Instagram talking about how he was proud of his sister. She should come home, that it was actually content. I mean, this girl practically abused somebody. She physically abused a guy on live television, and you call that content? Like, even if that was the script, do you have to come out publicly to say it? It's something that I'm pretty disappointed, because I mean, there are things you shouldn't say. There are opinions that should die in your head, because you can't come out in public and say, oh, it was a script, she was the most talked about person, when it involved an actual human being. Like, she hurt somebody. Imagine if the roles were reversed, if it was a guy who did all she did last night. Of course, there would have been an outrage. She threw her wig at him, hit him with her glasses, body shamed him by saying his penis was like granite. She said it severally, and also talked about how he has sucked her breast, how he has touched her vagina and knew how wet it was. She said a whole lot of things, and I must confess, it's pretty disappointing that her brother came up with this line saying it was script, it was content, whatever that means. Listen to what her brother has to say.
I beg you, who go help you? What I take crazy is content, man. All these things are show business. Does it go reality TV? And I know I made a give on her content. And I want just boring house everywhere, all dry. I want for you. Her script was perfect, man. Like, she gave the most interesting content in the house. So even though the Big Brother rules are a bit mild, however, she was the most interesting person to watch. We know, you know. So all those people, they judge up and down. Relax, it's not that deep, I beg. When I come, She gets. Welcome back, beauty Jerry. All two bigger things, I beg. More they move.
I want to do that.